Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prize Picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on Taco Tuesday, December 19th. We are approaching Christmas pretty quickly. I can't believe how fast this last couple of weeks have gone by. But yeah, we're going to be talking about this slate. It's only a 4-game slate, but honestly, I'm kind of in the mood for a 4-game slate. It's nice when we have football and basketball, and we've had a lot of it. We had like an 11-game slate today and football on. We had football on Saturday. It's just been so much of it that I'm kind of excited for 4 good matchups that we can kind of just really zone in on. Jordy and I are looking forward to watching these games closely and analyzing them and whatnot. So it's just in time on Taco Tuesday. So before we get into all of our picks and whatnot, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen, and they'll double your first deposit up to $100. They're just going to match whatever you put on. So if you do put on a full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. Just use that code, and they will hook you up with the deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified as soon as we put our videos up. We run a late night show. We run a daily show Monday through Friday as well, and we've got new content that we'll be adding to the roster very soon. Cool. And then, last thing before we get started, if you're a fan of the show and you appreciate what we're doing, if you don't mind just liking the video, helping us get into the algorithm and get more exposure and grow the channel. You guys have been awesome so far. We really appreciate it. All right, we're going to do a quick recap of our picks for Monday. And part of me wants to start with the daily show, but I won't. I'd rather get the worst out of the way. But we ended up having on my end for the first look show, it ended up panning out with Capella. I know we were getting some comments about the concern about his injury. I forgot to mention it in the video, so I apologize for that. I should have given you guys a heads up that he did deal with a knee injury, but everything I had read was seeming like he was going to be good to go, and that he apparently hates missing games. So I was feeling good about it, but he did end up playing, which is good. We took him for over 14.5 points and assists. He ended up going for 19, so that worked out for us. And my other play was LeBron James over 15.5 rebounds and assists. He had a monster game. He had a double-double. I had a feeling that this was going to be a big game for him with or without AD. And AD played, and it worked out. LeBron ended up going for 11 and 11, so he got 22. So we hit on those. Do you want to get into your first look picks before we jump into the Daily Show, Jordy?
Yeah. So I had mine. It was just an enemy of some circumstances on these. I had Jabari Smith for over his rebounds and assists at 9. Well, it was 9.5, but I took it for 10 in the video. And he went for 7. It was so frustrating because he played 23 minutes. And in the first quarter, he had 5. And then in the second quarter, he got 2 more. And then they just didn't play him the second half. So that was pretty frustrating. He just didn't get played at all. And then my second one was Josh Giddey for 1 3-pointer. He shot 4 and missed them all. He had some pretty good looks too, but he just couldn't sink them. And he had a pretty good game. He scored like 17 points or something like that. But he just couldn't hit anything from 3-point. So that was pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, man. I don't understand the Jabari Smith stuff because he is so active when he's in.
Yeah.
And it's like that last time when he missed. We thought he was not even going to have a chance to hit it, and he just went nuts in like a quarter or two and almost cashed. It's unfortunate. I think that's more coaching than the actual ability of the player on that miss personally. But so the Daily Show, I had a goose egg, unfortunately. We had Şengün I took for over 8.5 rebounds. He ended up going for 8. And, when he got into foul trouble, Jordy and I were talking about this, like he had to kind of change his style of play and he couldn't be as aggressive. It sucks. We missed that one by 1 rebound. It was close. At least it wasn't like a complete sell where he went for like 4 or something, but it still sucks he didn't hit. The biggest frustration I had was my other play was Jokic for over, I think it was 37.5 points, assists. if I'm not mistaken. I can double check that. Yeah, 37.5 points, assists. I thought for sure this was the beginning of his upward trend to bounce back and get back to that MVP form, but apparently he's just not right. He's not right right now. He went for 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. So he went for 15, and his line was set at 37.5. He only played 28 minutes. So I don't really know what's going on, but at the same time, I wonder, like, I didn't get to catch all of this game. I wonder if they started going like more small ball, because their bench all were over 20 minutes just about, and except for Reggie Jackson, who went for 19 minutes, but no one played over 30 minutes in this game. And so, I mean, regardless, I just kind of feel like I got to stay off Jokic for a while until we see him get over whatever it is he's dealing with. So yeah, I went 0 for 2 on the Daily Show, unfortunately. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, I actually made a mistake. So in the night video, I had Giddey and Randall. I had Jabari in the day video. The night video,
Okay.
I had Julius Randle and Josh Giddey. So Giddey didn't hit, and then I had Randall for over 27.5 points in points in assists, and he had 30, so he went over the 27 mark. And then in the day video, I had Jabari, who missed, and then I also had James Harden against Indiana for over 13.5 rebounds and assists, and I felt so good about this one, and I think he would have hit it with flying colors if he hadn't scored 37 points. He was just in score mode. He was passing the ball. I mean, some of the passes he was making, you could just tell he was feeling it. I mean, that he was just unbelievable tonight. Like, one of the best performances I've seen from Harden in a long time. But yeah, he just kind of got off to a hot start scoring, so he wasn't passing the ball too much. He had open looks too, man. There was so many times where I seen at the end of the game, Zubac was just sitting under there waiting for it, and he just shot the 3 instead. So he was just feeling it. So that was just, like I said, some unfortunate circumstances, I feel like, on my picks. So yeah, I'm not gonna stress too much about them because they were all juiced. All my picks were over a minus 130, so I don't feel really bad about them at all. So
yeah, neither do I. It's part of the game, man.
Yeah.
We're making our best judgment based off of the research and analysis, but it doesn't always play out the way we anticipate it to. But I do feel good about these picks tonight. And there was something else I was going to say. I totally forgot. I was going to say with Harden, obviously you guys who watch the show know that I'm like a diehard Suns fan and all things Phoenix, but I'm a fan of the game. So I love seeing the Clippers putting it together right now the way they are. And it looked like it could have been a big mistake when Harden first got there. But I love seeing Harden starting to really find his form with this team and the chemistry of the team coming together. It's really exciting. So he's been a fun play in Prize Picks for the last like 10 games or so.
Kawhi is going crazy right now too.
Yeah, man. Even Westbrook's getting it done too. It's been great, man. But all right, cool. So let's get into our picks.
Let's do it.
So to get things started, I'm going to be taking a points and assist prop, and I'm going to be going with Derek White. I really like this matchup, especially. His rebounds, assists are more juiced to go over than this, but I want some points in this game. Like, I want a part of his points, especially with this matchup. So I'm going to be taking the points instead. He has hit this 3 out of his last 5 games. We have that second game against Cleveland where he was just like, a bucket or 2 away from cashing that as well. But I do like his matchup so much that I just wanted to take the points assists instead of the rebounds assists. Let's look at this over under. All right, so we have a 231.5 over under with the Celtics favored by 5.5. This is going to be a fun game. Boston versus Golden State. I'm really excited to watch this matchup. We have a pretty high over under, not as high as some of the games we've seen before, but anything 230 and higher is an exciting game to be a part of, especially on the scoring side of things. So I'm going to be taking his points and assists here. And if we look at the sample size here, I wanted to check out the 10 game just to get an idea, because we have a little bit with and without Porzingis over this span. And I think Porzingis is still a game time decision for tomorrow. But if we look at the 10 game stretch, he's getting 33.3 minutes per game. 17.4 points, and 5.7 assists. So he should definitely be able to get this done as far as averages go. And then if we take a look at the matchup here, Golden State on average is allowing 26.8 points, so just under 27 points a game, and 5.3 assists a game to shooting guards. So I really love this. And as you can see, like that rebounds assist is also pretty juiced. Even though 6.6 isn't super exciting on boards, but if you feel more comfortable with that play, go for it. But I really want this points assist tonight for this game. And that's going to be my first pick. All right, so before we get into the next pick, let's hop over to Daily Grind here and take a look at Derek White. Now, the odds are a little bit skewed because the odds makers actually have this at 20.5. That's why they're not showing the juice there. But PrizePicks has it at 19.5. And so that's why Daily Grind still has this at over a 50% chance. They have it at just over a 52% chance to go over, and they have it at a minus 128. I actually found the odds for BetMGM on this particular line at 19.5, and they have it at a minus 130 to go over. So I like where this is going with all the indicators we're looking for. And my next play is going to be a points rebounds, and I want to be taking Nurkic here. He's done this 3 out of his last 5 games. I love this matchup. Last time he played against Portland, his old team, he balled out. I'm feeling really good about this. We'll take the over there, and then let's look at the over-under. So we have a 231 over-under, very similar to the other matchup with the Celtics and the Warriors. With the Suns favored by 7. But if you've been watching the Suns, I haven't seen them just legitimately blow anyone out. I hate to say that because they will go up by like 25 and then either lose the game or go to overtime or barely win. So I think I don't think we have to be concerned about anyone getting benched because of a blowout in this personally. If we look at what Nurk has been doing over his last 10 games, actually, I'm sorry, this is versus Portland I have pulled up here. So when we look at his last game against Portland, just in 29 minutes, he put up 18 points and 12 rebounds. So that'll cash us pretty quickly. But let me pull up his last 10. All right. So yeah, over his last 10, he's averaging 30.3 minutes a game, 14.9 points a game, and 12 rebounds a game. So that's probably why they have the line set around where it's at, because that would be just about him cashing right there at 26, which is what his average is over the last 10 games. But if we take a look at the matchup here, on average, Portland is allowing 22.3 points per game to the center position and a massive 15.4 rebounds per game. So between his average and what they're allowing on average, plus the revenge game going home against his old team, I love this to go over. Let's look at Daily Grind real quick. All right, so they have this at a 53.63% chance to go over. And we also have another line discrepancy situation where PrizePicks has it at 25.5. Other odds makers like BetMGM have this at 26.5. That's why the odds don't look great. But Daily Grind has this at a minus 138 to go over based off of their statistical analysis. And then we've got FanDuel at a minus 122. I believe I found this on BetMGM though, and I think it was like a minus 125 or a minus 130 at the same when it's at 25.5. So I'm feeling good about this going over as well. And those are going to be the two that I'm rolling with for first look. What do you got for us, Jordy?
Yeah, man. Like he's saying with those discrepancies, that means these lines are gonna move, guys. Like they're gonna go quick. So obviously we're trying to get this video out to you quick, but definitely snag these pretty fast. But to get into mine real quick, I'm gonna be starting off with a blocks and steals here, and I'm gonna go with Jrue Holiday. This is a really crazy line that's probably gonna get taken away pretty fast here. If we look at Jrue Holiday over his last 10 games, he's averaging 1.2 steals a game and basically 1 block per game. He's very active on defense. I think everyone knows that about Holiday. He's pretty doggy on defense when he's just like in your face. He's got active hands, and he's a great defender. So I like this to go over. This is actually a minus 140 to go over. If we go over here to daily grind, let's see. Yeah, minus 140 with BetMGM to go over, minus 135 with all the other guys. And they got it at 53.7% chance to go over. So I'm really feeling this pick. I think it's a pretty safe one. Hopefully Golden State is notorious for turning the ball over. I think everyone, if you watch basketball enough, you know that. So I like this one to go over. And then for my last pick here, I'm going to be going with a points and assist prop. And I'm going to be going with, I think it's Jeremy Grant. I've never really known. I think it's just spelled weird. But I'm going to go with Jeremy Grant for over 24.5 points and assists. I've been watching a lot of Portland lately. And this guy, I mean, you don't have to sit here and tell the talent of Jeremy Grant. He is insane. Obviously he has some games where he just can't hit anything. But man, this guy can get hot so fast. I mean, I was watching their last game against Golden State because I had a Simons prop in that game. And I was like, holy crap, dude, Jeremy Grant is on fire. And he didn't even really score that much in the first half. And in the second half, he scored 22 points or something. So he can get this done really quick. He can go over this in points alone at 24.5. As you see here against Golden State in the last game, he scored 30 points on 41 minutes. And he is their guy. Simons and these guys, their rotation on their minutes are just as weird as some of these other teams, like the Rockets and the Wizards and stuff. But Grant is kind of their guy. He's kind of like their, Kuzma, where he gets the active minutes and they have him in the game long. He's averaging 34.7 minutes. He's scoring 22.9 points a game, and he's averaging just about 3 assists a game. So, I think this is going to be a pretty competitive game. Russo talked about the odds on this game earlier and it being pretty tight. Like he said, the Phoenix are having a really hard time closing out games, so I don't see a blowout in this situation. And I think, with how fast these guys are and how tough, they're really tough on defense, really tough. So I think it's going to be a fun, competitive game. And if you look at what the Suns are giving up to power forwards here, they're giving up 26 points and 3 assists a game. So, I mean, I think he can personally just get this done in points. But the assist is nice to have because he did have 6 assists in his last game against the Warriors. And he does go for 3 or 4 or 6 sometimes. So, I like him to go over this. And the assists just give us that little bit of an extra edge. And his points are set at 22. So, give me the points and assists when he has the potential to get 6. So that's the 2 I've got. And I'm feeling pretty good about these ones.
Yeah, me too. We're already locking these in. Like Jordy was saying, these are going to change pretty quick.
Yeah.
And we'll have more for you tomorrow. We never feature the tacos because we will talk about them in our Discord. Link in the description if you're interested in checking out our Discord. We always go over the tacos in there, but we're not going to feature a play for you that you probably can already make your best judgment on whether or not you want to take it if it's discounted. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow with a daily show with at least 4 more picks. We'll see how the board's looking. A smaller slate, so probably just B4. But yeah, if you're interested in checking out the Daily Grind DFS optimizer that we use to find value and compare odds makers and find line discrepancies and all that, if you're interested in checking that out, we've partnered up with them, and they're giving all of our viewers 25% off their first month. Just use the code BACKDOOR and they'll give you that discount. And if you're interested in checking it out, there's a link in the description of the video. Other than that, we hope you guys have a great Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Daily Show.
Good luck, guys.